Hi, so good evening, everyone. This is Richard from the Homeschool Freedom Club. We've got the third in our series of workshops with Michelle Richardson, that dandelion mum. This one is on ways to leverage and create a passive income. So, Michelle, I know quite a few people have attended the previous workshops. If you'd like to just give a quick introduction to yourself, though, because I'm sure there'll be people on this one that won't have seen the previous ones.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. As Richard said, I'm Michelle. I'm that dandelion mum. I am actually a blogger. I started blogging just over 7 years ago when our third daughter was born, and I blog about all sorts of things from home education to birth, pregnancy, non-toxic living, and it's something that I'm really passionate about. It's led me to where I am now in helping people that want to start a business or don't know how to start a business. As I said, I'm passionate about helping others, and with lots of experience in having my own businesses and also helping others with their businesses. I decided to actually write a blog with lots of information to help other people, which I then grew into a free ebook, which I'll come on to later. But today, this workshop is solely about um, creating a passive income and leveraging your business. And we're just going to run over why it's important to do that, whether you have or haven't started a business. So um, there's several reasons we need to all learn how to make the most of what we've already got, and the main one being is that having several income streams in this day and age is really important. And I'm going to let Richard explain why we should all have several income streams, and then I'll give an example of one a very good reason that's happened to me this year and a couple of years ago as well. So if Richard, you can just explain to people why we should all have several sources of income rather than just relying on the one.
Yeah, absolutely. So having several sources of income, it builds your financial resilience. So if you're living off one or even two salaries, that's just two income streams, or maybe just one income stream. Now, this was really brought home to me about 3.5 years ago when COVID hit. I had my own business. It was an event management business. It was doing very nicely, thank you very much, and had been for 15 years. And yeah, my wife, she wasn't bringing anything in. She was at home looking after two young kids. And so all the income was coming via my business, and that literally disappeared overnight. I mean, it just stopped overnight. And for me, it was a real wake up call. It was a big moment of thinking, right, okay, so how do we stop this from happening in the future? How do we make ourselves less vulnerable? You know, when the government can just sort of pull the plug on you like that, it really does make you feel vulnerable. And so I started looking at other ways to earn an income because, you know, let's face it, you only have 24 hours in a day. You've only got a certain amount of those hours that you can work. So if you're working for an hourly fee or a wage, then your income is finite. You know, there's only so many hours you can work. And even if you get two or even three jobs at the moment with double digit inflation, it's just not enough to keep up for a lot of people. And whilst you're doing that, obviously it's costing you in other ways. It's costing you time with your family. You know, it could be costing you your health if you're not getting any break from it as well. It's costing you, you know, time with your kids. And even if you do have your own business and you're self-employed, you know, if you take time out, quite often you lose income as well. So it's really important in this day and age, especially now, because I mean, like 40 years ago, you know, most families could live comfortably off of one salary, and that has got harder and harder to do. So it really is vital to have multiple streams of income. But obviously, you know, we can't have multiple jobs that we can do at the same time, which is why we're going to talk about passive income and leveraging your business in ways to make it more effective.
Yeah, so we're going to show you ways to work smarter and not harder for your money. And an example, what brought that home to me is um, before we had children, when I was pregnant, I didn't plan on giving up work. I had a very good job in the city working for Canon PLC, and I didn't plan to give up work. But when the baby arrived, there's no way I wanted to leave our children, and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum to bring them up. And that meant for the last 20 odd years, my partner has been self-employed, and we've relied mainly on his income. We've set up various businesses in between. I've had my own business, but we worked around me still being a stay-at-home mum. And then this year, I had an attack of kidney stones, which really had a bad effect on my health, and I was hospitalised. And that meant, with regards to my partner, he was then having to home educate the children, look after the house, run his own business. And it really hit home to us that more than ever, we need to create these several income streams. So we're not having to worry about just relying on one income. And that can happen to anyone. And it doesn't have to be ill health. I've recently written a blog about preparing for personal crisis or economic downturn, because you never know when the scenario like COVID will ever happen again. And for example, if you've got a business like Richard had in event management, and they can just pull the plug on like that, what else are you going to do? So if you haven't got these other streams of income. And like Richard said, we don't want to all have to go out and spend more of our time creating those sources. So we're going to talk about leveraging your income. So have you got the screen there? So we'll flick to the first screen. What does the word leverage in business mean? And it's literally to use something that you already have in order to achieve something new or better. And that's exactly what I've done with my blog. When I first started blogging, I've actually naturally leveraged everything that I'm doing without even knowing that I was doing it. When I first started blogging, I never thought in a million years that I'd be making money from it, or monetizing my blog and the other streams of income. And it's naturally taken its own course. So from my blog, I've got different income streams, which has enabled me to first of all reach a wider audience. So if we flick to the next screen, leveraging your business means we're reaching a wider audience, which I have done with my blog. I've tapped into new markets. I've created several income streams of revenue. They might not be thousands of pounds at a time, but it's the odd pockets of money that build up our total income stream that all add up. And everybody can do it, and you don't have to do it the way I've done it by writing a blog. There's lots of ways that we're going to talk about in a moment. That even if you haven't already got a business, or even if you have got a business, you can utilize ways of leveraging and creating a passive income. When you create these passive sources, you're going to amplify your business potential and generate a greater return on investment. And as I keep saying, we're here to help you learn to work smarter and not harder for your money. One of the biggest, I don't know if you all know Anthony Robbins. Yeah, Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins, yeah. He talks a lot about leveraging your business, and I'll share some information I've pulled from one of his articles as well. But actually, let me go on to that first. First of all, we're going to talk about leveraging your time, because more than earning more money, time is one of the scariest resources we've got, because we can limit our own time and trade that time. Every time we go out to work, we're trading time, we're trading our own energy. You've either got a wallet for a wallet full of notes, or a wallet full of energy, and we don't want you to keep working extra hours. You want to be making money while you're sleeping and having fun, basically. Um, so it means we can use other people's time to accomplish the tasks that you possibly haven't got the skills to do or haven't got the time to do, which will, when you're using other people's time or delegating to other people and outsourcing things that you don't know how to do, then you're going to be making more hours in your day, because you can get on either creating the products or writing blogs or investing more money in doing what you are able to do, while other people do the bits that you can't. But I'll come back to that in a moment. And then so that's leveraging your time. Sorry, I'm just got to refer to my notes here, otherwise I'll forget. Got so much to say because this is something I'm really passionate about. So I'm just referring back to some notes. And then there's personal leverage. This is really important. And as your business grows and as your life grows, it's really important to surround yourself with the right people, people that want to help you grow, and people that are happy to see you succeed. Because when you're getting applauded in the background by your family and your friends, rather than shot down or looked at as being a fool for trying another business, then you're gonna succeed, because you're surrounded by the people that resonate with you. And this is not just in business, it's in life in general. So that's a great way to build your business growth, is in personal leverage. So just make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people, and that includes networking, and that's something I go over in my ebook as well. So I'm going to networking meetings, joining lots of maybe some Facebook groups, going to just supporting other local people and collaborating with them. Can I just ask, Robin and Tamara, have you both got businesses already, or are you wanting to start a business?
I'm retired. I'm an ex-restaurateur.
Yeah.
I retired when I was 72. I'm 82 now.
Oh, wow.
And for the last probably 8 years, I've been dabbling in the crypto market.
Yeah.
With very mixed success. We've had good runs and we've had some disasters.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think that's the general consensus across the board as well.
Just recovering from a major disaster where everybody in the family and a lot of friends, we reckon we've maybe lost a few grand each.
Yeah, it's a tough business to be. I mean, I've been in it for a while. I've coached it about crypto as well, and for the moment, I'm sort of just steering clear of it to a degree until the markets settle down a bit, and I'm just accumulating a bit of Bitcoin and some other coins in the background. And but as for sort of passive income through crypto, it's a really hard one to sustain because the projects and platforms, they pivot so often. You just they're a nightmare to keep up with, and you just always feel a bit vulnerable with them. So yeah, it's crypto's not an easy ride. It has to be said.
Yeah.
I'm playing a bit with your email one at present, Richard.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
Oh.
How's that going?
Well, it's going very slowly because I literally got cleaned out, and I'm struggling to fund it. But hopefully, when my next month's pension comes in,
yeah, it is a slow burner anyway. That one. I mean, it took me weeks. So I signed up for it, and it took me weeks and weeks before I eventually funded it. And then it does sort of start to build. But it's a slow grower, that one. But I think it's more sustainable for it.
Yeah, see, I've signed up for that one as well, but I haven't invested in it yet, because I mentioned to Richard before, I'm able to put my own, you're able to put your own website link in there, and I'll be very interested to see when I put my own website link how many actually download my ebook or sign up to my newsletter, and that will be a good the email marketing. It'll be a good test bed for me to see that myself.
Yeah.
And Tamara, you sell digital products, did you say?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just started selling some digital products. I'm have dabbled in other bits and pieces. Clickly. I've seen Clickly all over the place. Is anyone making any money out of that?
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, it's a slow burner. You have to put money in to get money out. The first sort of, I put in $250, got $300 out, put 200 back in. That took me up to the next tier, so I'm now getting more per day coming in. And that's without sort of referral commissions. That's just purely with the emails, the click through. So it is, but it's one that takes a while to grow.
Right, and you have to fund the money in order to get to the minimum amount that you can withdraw, right?
That's right. Yeah. It's like $300 is the minimum that you can take out. So you need to fund it to get to that 300, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, I've read quite a few reviews about that, because I was thinking, is that something I should just add to my, arsenal of things to do? But some people are saying, you just keep adding money and not getting the money out, and then others are making, I know maybe 800 a month or whatever. So
yeah, it's like I say, I think a lot of people want like an overnight success. Do you know what I mean? They just want to put money in, not do anything for it, and get loads of money back out.
Yeah.
And some things you just have to work at a bit, and this is one of those. It takes a little bit of time to build it. So you start small, but then as you go up through the tiers, your income grows and your cost to profit ratio reduces. So you make more profits as you grow. So it takes a little bit of playing with, but it's definitely doable. It's just not an overnight thing.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the people that are giving it bad reviews, they don't know the power of email marketing at all. They think they're just going to send an email and then they'll get paid for it, but they have got no idea about the power of email marketing. It's one of the most powerful ways to grow a business nowadays. And I think there's a lot to learn with Clickly as well, because even the time of day that emails are sent and so on, I think that's where the people that are succeeding with Clickly, they've done their bit more homework and a bit more research.
Yeah.
Where do you source the people that you send the emails to?
Well, they provide them. So they're a huge email clearinghouse. They've been around since the very early days of email, about 25 years.
Yeah.
So they've got huge lists. They send about 7 billion emails a year on behalf of their clients. So where it kind of works, and it's quite a smart business model, because they're getting paid by their clients to send the emails anyway, but then we're also paying to send them to get a share of the spoils. So they're kind of double dipping, if you like. They're getting two lots of income for one job. So yeah, and they have their own lists. They will buy lists in from other people, buy data in from other companies. So yeah, my ex-wife was in data and marketing, so I know a little bit about it, just sort of through her. But yeah, it's they're a big company, they're a reputable company. I think they're also a big solo ads vendor as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know that was a little bit off market, off what we're talking about, but
that's all right, yeah.
It is one of the things that I've kind of thinking about doing. I've just got a few digital products. I mean, I've dabbled in I did match betting for a while before that all kind of dried up. And of course, I mean, we struggled because I was at home with my daughter. She's now actually at university, but we were in the home ed. In fact, we moved across the other side of the world to give more opportunities. There was more online business opportunities here than there were in New Zealand. That was one of the reasons that I moved over, or we moved over, my husband and I and my daughter, and my family, actually, my sister and that. So I've had like little bits of success and then not so much, and I'm actually a student as well, so I'm just finally getting my degree. So I'm kind of starting with no income, and that whole needing to reduce debt and needing to reduce stress in order to, when you get overwhelmed, you have all these ideas and all these great things to do and market. And, in a previous world, I was a business development manager and worked for one of the biggest telcos in New Zealand and very successful. And then suddenly your whole world changes, and I think you lose confidence when you remove yourself from a corporate situation and change your life. And so the whole idea was originally to not do as much work, not work so hard, not work, I was missing out on my child's life, traveling for work, and so was my husband and bits and pieces. So it was all a bit tricky. So we wanted to downscale, but life kind of sometimes sends you some curveballs. Anyway, so I'm trying to regrow and get ourselves in a situation of some kind of financial freedom, basically, creating different sources of income in order to do that, which Richard knows I'm looking at putting some money in the automated thingy. Sorry, my brain's
copy trading.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. But sorry, Michelle.
No, that's basically, that's what we're trying to do. It's what I'm trying to do with the group, and it's what Michelle and I are trying to do with these workshops, is to sort of encourage people to sort of take a step up and look at these different options to start businesses, to leverage what they've already got and the networks they already have and the people they know and the knowledge that they have. Because if you spent a long time in the corporate world, you'll have a fund of knowledge like Michelle had from Canon that she's sort of utilizing in what she's doing now, and you'll learn new skills. And it's a really exciting time to be around, because it's, in a lot of respects, it's never been easier to start a business and to find opportunities and to earn a living online. So it's a really great time for that. But the trick is, it's finding something that you're passionate about. And we did kind of cover that in the first workshop in the series, and something that you really, really want to do. So on this one, Michelle was talking about collaborations earlier on, ideas for leveraging your business, and that's exactly what Michelle and I are doing. We're collaborating because I have a community that Michelle would like exposure to. She has knowledge that I would like to put out to my community, and some of it's knowledge that I don't have. And so it's like a quid pro quo. So we both benefit from that. I have happy campers in my group, and Michelle sort of gets some new followers and people that are interested in what she's doing, and that's it's actually a very powerful way of leverage. Collaboration is a very powerful way to leverage for your business.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the points. One of the first points, one of the ideas to leverage your business is collaborations, and I've collaborated with a few different people now. And you can do collaborations with bloggers, podcasters, UGC creators. UGC creators is this may really appeal to you tomorrow. User generated content. Have you heard of that?
Yeah. Sorry, just my dogs were going crazy. Yes.
That's okay.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
So when you say you sell digital products, do you mind if I ask what those digital products are?
At the moment, I've just done for you affiliate marketing type stuff. I actually spent not me, but a business partner of mine in New Zealand spent thousands and thousands going through some affiliate marketing courses, which I had access to, went through, and they were just really a waste of money as far as I'm concerned, because we just didn't ever make any money off it. And he spent thousands on it. Just because, algorithms change things. We kind of got in just before the AI stuff hit, and it kind of, everything changed, and he was using Google AdSense, but of course, because we were a new account, anything that people who put a lot of money through can get away with, you put an ad that's exactly the same and they'll just kill it. Sometimes you have to be in the right spot at the right time. for some of these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I have got, you know, half written ebooks and half this and half that, and I've got a lot of things that just kind of, yeah, didn't get off the ground totally. So
Is that because you run out of, I don't know, did you run out of passion for doing it, or run out of time, or
sometimes it's a bit of
how to?
Yeah, just yeah, a combination of all sorts of things. Probably a combination of overwhelm, really. Just get overwhelmed by, you know, and I am obviously very, you know, the you know, shiny object syndrome, the SOS syndrome, you know, and I'm like, well, that seems a lot better and that seems a lot easier. Maybe I should just put my limited time into doing that. And of course, you know, and this is a bit what I've been like my whole life, you know, jack of all trades and master of none. No good when you need to be in the online business. And the other situation is I have to remember that, you know, I'm either too busy getting ready to get ready, or I want it to be perfect before I start. Now, all of that's stupid. And when I trained and taught people years ago, I would have, you know, told myself that. But yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm trying to cut through all the noise and just kind of get a clear path, which is why I thought I'd just come and sit in on this and see what you had to say. And yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. So what I was going to talk about next is the other ways of leveraging our business, but without sort of being clear on what other people on the call that are doing. Some might be relevant to you and some may not. So collaborations, that's a great way of doing, getting your name out there, growing your audience. You can repurpose any social media that you post that you've already done to collaborate with other people. And there's podcasts. I don't know if anyone's ever hit on. Have you ever done any podcasts, Richard?
No, I haven't. No.
It's another massive thing to do now. Like even people, not just joining somebody else's podcast, but creating your own podcast. I mean, I think that would be huge for you, Richard. Podcast, and again, you can monetize that as well. If anyone that is going to be watching this call, this workshop back later, and there's customer loyalty programs, that's another way of leveraging your business. And then the one that you touched on, Tamara, artificial intelligence. You can use artificial intelligence in so many ways to leverage your business now. You can use it to create posts, you can use it to do voiceovers, you can use it to analyze your customer behavior. And also your competitors' marketing strategies. There's platforms out there that will do it all for you. So you're not spending all your time working out how your competitors are doing it and what keywords they're using to get people to their website. AI will do it all for you. And I've included lots of links to AI platforms in my ebook as well. So if anyone wants to use any of those, it's mentioned in there, and lots of them give free trials and some of them are actually free as well. I use an SEO one for my blog website called Dib, and I've not paid for it. I just use the basic free version, and it's really powerful. It tells me sort of how my website's doing on a regular basis, what I could improve on to get reach a wider audience. So yeah, SEO and artificial intelligence is another way to leverage your business. I don't know if anyone's ever come across ChatGPT.
I use that one, I must admit. I mean,
No.
the personal posts I write myself, but I like put out a book review each week, and they're all books that I've actually read. But it would take me, you know, an hour maybe to write the review, so I just get ChatGPT to do a summary for me, and it's done. It takes it like 20 seconds.
Yeah, and even though it's kind of against what I believe in, because I feel like it's taking jobs away from people and so on, we have to use it to our advantage to reach this financial freedom and the life that we're all that we all deserve, because without us putting into artificial intelligence such as ChatGPT, then you're just going to get one line of fault. So it needs all our different input to then come out with, you're better at wording this than me, Richard. Do you see what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah, basically AI learns. So, and it will learn from what it's being asked, and it will learn from what's being input into it. So rather than it being an echo chamber for all the stuff that we don't want, and us just leaving it there and putting it to one side and hoping it goes away, it's not going to go away. It's growing faster than the internet, the use of AI. So, or faster than the internet did in its first few years. So, we have to get in there, we have to utilize it, and we can actually help shape it into something that we actually want to use, and something that reflects our values.
Yeah, and a good example, just as another sideline business, we've actually got an Etsy shop, and I use ChatGPT to write the descriptions for products. For example, I could sell a lovely orange vase, and my description would be lovely orange vase, but ChatGPT will make it sound like an absolutely phenomenal product that you need to buy now, and you need to buy it today. So again, that's another way of leveraging your business, and you can use it for absolutely anything to write captivating email titles, descriptions, like I said, for Etsy. You can use it to write blogs. I write my own blogs. I do use it to give me some prompts, but then it doesn't become my voice, because I find it very Americanized. So if I ask it to write something humorous, it's just I have to edit a lot of it. But yeah, I like it to be my own voice, but I do use ChatGPT because, again, it's saving me time that I could be spending with my children. So that's another way to leverage your business. Also, if you have got a business, capturing emails and setting up email campaigns is, I know we've spoke about Clickly, but using it in our own business is a really powerful tool, and there's lots of statistics in my ebook about why you should capture people's emails and how you can use it to your advantage to grow your business and actually get a return on investment. And then the one when I spoke earlier about Anthony Robbins and time leverage and outsourcing to other people, you might not have the skills. For example, Richard, you wanted to create a logo, and you can outsource using websites like Fiverr.com and People Per Hour. And Tamara, I know you said you sell digital products. Have you come across those platforms before?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I tend to just use Canva and just make my own. There's a lot you can do in Canva. I am very much a novice, but I find if I need something, I can just whip something up pretty quickly in Canva.
Yeah, then also you could also be putting yourself on People Per Hour on Fiverr.com to be creating another passive income, because there's people out there looking for people like you that will go to websites like People Per Hour and look for freelancers. So that's another way you can leverage and create a passive income yourself by putting yourself on those websites.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I use Canva a lot. And you can resell your digital products and your templates as well, that's obviously what you're doing. And then there's the opportunity to create a passive income, which again, I'm doing my blog and I do it through affiliate marketing mainly. But a passive income is something, is a source of revenue. If we go to the next slide, Richard, a passive income is a source of revenue that continues even after the work is complete. So you do something once, you make that upfront effort. So you do a one-time creation and it's sold over and over again. And you can do that in the form of royalties. We all know what royalties are. and you can do that in the form of affiliate marketing. I write lots of blogs, so I only have to write that blog once, and the same as what I've done with my ebook. I've got lots of affiliate links in my ebook. So I've written the ebook once and it's there. So I'd literally share the link to my ebook, and when people join up to a particular platform, for example, the DIB platform that I spoke about, the SEO, I use a free trial, but if somebody wanted to pay for the next level, then I get a percentage from when they actually sign up or subscribe to certain platforms in my ebook. And also I'm partnered with a few other companies because I like to blog about non-toxic living. So I'm part affiliated with two brilliant companies that are natural products that support health and well-being, and that's another source of income that I get through my blog. So I'm monetizing my blog in that way.
I guess you can also create courses and put them on platforms like Udemy or ClickBank.
And Teachable,
yeah.
And people's like, but I haven't got the skills to create a course or how to put it on a platform. Again, there's AI platforms that do the course for you, and you can use ChatGPT to write an ebook. So if there's something that you're passionate about, and it's doing it once and getting it seen over and over again. And once, my daughter, she's actually a travel blogger, and she lives in Brazil, and she wrote a guide to Rio, and she only charges, like, I think the cost for the guide to Rio is £5. It's a digital product, and it's aimed at young people that travel solo, and she's sold loads and loads of them. So yeah, that's another source of income she's creating for herself, and she also teaches online. So other ways of creating a passive income is, as I've said, monetizing your blog, monetizing your content by creating a blog. And I talk about this in my ebook. Every single business should have a blog. People say, well, it's a bit old school now. Blogs are not old school at all. Many people used to walk to the shop to buy a newspaper or a magazine, but now people share articles online, and every website should have a blog. Another company that I'm partnered with is Organic Castor Oil Packs, and I recently did actually mention to them that they should have a blog on their website, because castor oil packs can help in so many different ways, but people are lazy. People that they mainly market through Facebook and Instagram. They've obviously got a website, but people are lazy. People don't want to scroll through photos and look for relevant information. Whereas with a blog, it's there on your website for everyone to see. You can use the search button to look for certain keywords to find a blog. So that's really important. If anyone else is watching this Zoom workshop later, make sure you get a blog on your website. That's another thing that I go through on my ebook. Even videos, if anyone does TikToks or Instagram. I don't know where you sell your digital products, Tamara. Do you sell them through Facebook or on TikTok? Yeah. So I think you have to get a certain amount of followers before you can actually include a link on your bio. And yeah, 1,000, that's it. So once you reach that, then people can click on affiliate links or whatever links in your bio then. So yeah, monetizing your content that's already there, sharing your expertise through digital products. And that's what Richard mentioned, through ebooks, online courses, webinars. There's things like drop shipping. I don't know if any of you have heard of or dabbled in drop shipping.
Heard of it, but never done it.
Yeah, so that's another way to create a passive income. Print on demand. There's loads of platforms that offer print on demand. So even if you've got a business and you want to offer some merchandise to your to your on as a sideline to your business. For example, there's a coffee shop up the road to me, and they sell their own T-shirts with some slogans and logos on, and they might print a few and keep them in stock, or you can use print on demand to actually get your design done and sent out through the platform, rather than you having to handle stock. So that's another really good source of passive income. And also selling or licensing your intellectual property, another idea for creating a passive income. And also, Richard, you dabble in Forex copy trading and things like that. So if you want to briefly talk about that as a way of passive income as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's lots of different opportunities to learn passive income out there. I mean, sort of Robin touched on one earlier. You know, talked about the crypto, we talked about quickly, but yeah, I mean, I've worked with a company and they basically offer automated copy trading. So literally, you put money into an account, it's traded by professional traders. The money stays in your brokerage account. You can withdraw at any time, and it's completely hands off and it's completely passive.
Is that
But there's
450, Richard?
Sorry?
Is that the one with the minimum 450?
Yeah, bluegrass, yeah.
So,
but
sorry, I say
Richard?
we've been looking at that, but as I say, the problem we've got is that we got cleaned out. So what we've decided is we're developing 25 £25 shares.
Uh-huh.
So all the family can come in.
That's a good idea.
Multiples of 25, and
Yeah.
then we'll work it until eventually we pay out. We can go in on our own right.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. See, leveraging the family. Excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, there's you know, I mean, there are so many opportunities out there to earn money passively. It's just difficult to find ones that are sustainable, that are legitimate, and that are going to be around for the long haul. And you know, I was in crypto for a long time, you know, for the last 6 years, and there was a point where it was earning money through crypto was literally like falling off a log. And then the last couple of years, it's come to kind of a grinding halt, and it's been really, really difficult. So you know, again, from that point of view, it's you can put money into things, but with any investment, you know, you're not guaranteed returns. It's, you know, it is investing; it all carries risk. So you know, there are, yeah, it's just a question of finding, you know, places that you trust and people that you trust and following them and researching yourself. But with any passive opportunity income, I would say, you know, do your own due diligence. Always, you know, use risk management practices like getting your risk capital out as soon as you can. And we're talking about essentially risk managing our incomes here, aren't we? You know, you want to be diversified. You want to have money in different areas, not just in one area like crypto, but you want it to be in several different places, so that if the crypto market does tank, then you've got money and you've got income from elsewhere. And it's about being sensible, really, and just checking, you know, just keeping the risk under control. And it's very easy to get tempted and just to chuck money at things. We've all done it. I've lost plenty of money in crypto schemes in the past, and you know, it is easy to get greedy and to look at the returns, and you just have to sort of keep yourself in check, and you know, just be careful out there. You know, do research anything that's put in front of you, no matter who it's from. You know, look into it. What the company is, who are they? You know, where are they? Do they have an office you can visit? Are the people on LinkedIn, or if you Google search them, you know, what comes up? And then sort of take it on from there.
Yeah, and I think when you leverage your business and find ways to create passive income, you're going to build up new skills that you probably didn't even know you had along the way, because you're opening doors to new opportunities as well. And I think even all the businesses that we've had and the careers that I've had, it's led me to where I am now. So I don't feel that it's all been a waste. I feel like it's led me to where I am right now. and I use all the skills that I've built up over the years to be able to create the ebooks, be able to do the blog, be able to know about affiliate marketing, and anyone that's got any questions, you're welcome to ping me a message or ping Richard a message, and he'll send it over to me. But yeah, has anyone got any other questions or ideas or?
Oh, you've given me some food for thought.
Coming from a restaurateur, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a hard business to be in as well. It's not a business I'd want to be in, I must admit.
Yeah, no, that's another business we had. We had a vegan street food stall, and yeah, it was a tricky one. It was a good business, but we learned some new skills on the way.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Quite often it's not wasted, is it? You learn these things, and you'll find sort of a way to utilize them at some point in the future.
Yeah.
In fact, I was the first licensed vegetarian and vegan restaurant in South Manchester.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Wow.
Brilliant.
29 years.
Oh, lovely.
The cafe bar explosion in the 90s. That was a killer.
Really?
It killed pubs, it killed restaurants. All of a sudden, somebody could go across the road from me into Weatherspoons.
Yeah.
With meat-eating friends, they could have a veggie meal.
Yeah.
It became very hard work. It was 24/7 for very little reward.
Oh, yeah.
I know people have been in that business, and it is really, really brutal. It really is. Oh, Tamara, I just wanted to actually say something to you, because I don't know if you've heard of a platform called Clapper. So it's kind of like TikTok,
Yeah.
but you don't need to have the 1,000 followers to put your link in there for the business. And I was sort of messing around with TikTok and Clapper earlier this year, and I found that on Clapper my audience grew probably 10 times quicker than it was growing, 10 times quicker than it was on TikTok.
Yeah.
So, and you can actually, if you're already doing content anyway for TikTok, there's an app called SaveTik that will remove the TikTok watermark, and then you can just upload it to Clapper as fresh content. If it's got the watermark on it, they suppress it. But I don't know if that's of any help.
Yeah, I just vaguely saw that the other day. Actually, what's it called again?
Clapper.
How's it spelled?
CLAPPER.
Yeah, that is a really good idea. Yeah, that's exactly what I've done, and I repurposed the TikTok. I don't really use TikTok as much as I really should, but yeah, on Clapper, and same as you, Richard, your audience grows much
faster, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So TikTok, you can grow your audience on TikTok very quickly, but you can grow it just with growers, so it's not authentic, or it's not your perfect customer.
Yeah.
So that's a little tip if you want to get it, so you can at least put your links in.
Yeah.
You can grow 1,000 customers in a couple of days, and then just so you can get that. But of course, you don't want the algorithm to think that those are your customers, so you kind of do a bit of trade-off there, don't you? I'll have a look at Clapper though. I read it somewhere and then I forgot about it, and now you've just reminded me.
Yeah, and of course you'll have loads of content anyway that you can just repurpose, take the watermark off and just upload it anyway.
Yeah. I think
there's a lady in your group, Richard. I think her name's Nisha Fernando.
Oh, Nisha Philippa Fernando. Yeah.
She's like hot TikTok. She does workshops about TikTok, so that's someone you could connect with tomorrow that may help your TikTok grow.
Thank you. I think probably what I'm looking at, I'll just put everything a little bit on hold, but because what I'm thinking of, I got shadow banned for using the term #passive income, because passive income is a no-no on TikTok to use that terminology. They think you're a bot. But I probably think I might create in YouTube and then put it out to the platforms, because then you don't have the TikTok watermark. You know what I mean? Just create. Yeah. And if I create long form, then I can just cut it into snippets and then just short form for reels and all that. I don't use Insta or, you know, other bits and pieces, but that's probably, I'm looking at the YouTube. You know, all the platforms, everyone says this platform's dead or that platform's dead. None of them are dead.
No.
None of them are dead. You just have to learn the algorithm and keep on, you know, the ever-changing landscape of each platform, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I think there's a lot of people in Richard's group at the moment that want to start a business or don't know where to start or want to grow their business that could actually use your services as well tomorrow. Like you say, all digital products that haven't got the skills or haven't got the time or don't know how to do. So maybe you could collaborate with Richard yourself. And I know you
yeah, absolutely.
just to reach out to people that might need your services.
Yeah, yeah, thanks for that. I ever think about that as well. I'm just kind of, like I say, in state of flux, and I'm just going back to doing my honours for my degree. So I've got a lot of things on my plate right at the moment. But I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I do, because yeah, so I'm always looking, like, you know, put Michelle into the group because she brings a lot of value. So I'm always looking to add value to the group. For, you know, for people. So yeah, just keep it in the back of your mind, and when you're in a place where you can, then yeah, just reach out.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, no, thank you everyone that's joined us today. And I think Richard, if you could put the last screen up, and Richard will also put the link to this workshop and also the link to my ebook, where it's got lots of information and covers lots of different topics. For anyone that wants to start a business or create a passive income, there's lots of ideas that we haven't spoke about in there as well. So yeah, Richard will do that. And this will go up on your YouTube channel as well, won't it, Richard?
Well, I'll put it up on YouTube, but I'll put the link anyway in the group, and just doing that everyone so that everybody knows where to find it.
Yeah, lovely. Well, thank you very much, everybody.
Right. Yeah. Thanks, Robin and Tamara, for coming along this evening. Appreciate your company here. Thank you, Michelle. Again, loads of sort of really valuable content there. So really appreciate that. So cheers, guys, and have a lovely evening.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.